Well, thank you very much for joining me here at a very special place here in Dennis, Massachusetts. It happens to be Summerstock, and it is owned by Bev Dunn and Joe Dunn. And Chef and Bev have been very kind to invite me here to talk about the restaurant and some of the other entities that they have, like the Island Merchant and the Islander in Osterville. The Island Merchant in Hyannis, of course.
Yes.
How are you, Bev?
Oh, I'm great. Thanks, John.
Yeah, this is a fantastic place, the Summerstock. It
Thank you.
gives you a whole different retrospect to what Cape Cod was all about many years ago.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the history of our building is amazing.
Uh-huh.
The property itself, right next to the Playhouse, it's a special location. We're
Yeah.
very fortunate, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a little different than the Islander, you know?
Completely,
I mean,
yes.
Completely, huh? And this, do we have entertainment here?
Twice a week we have it on Saturdays, and then in the season we have it on Friday nights. We have piano.
Here at Summerstock, which is no different than the Islander, and, of course,
Well, we actually, at the Island Merchant, we have a very full, the Island Merchant's open year-round on Main Street in Hyannis, and there's a full entertainment schedule there all year. At the Islander, we're in a marina in a pretty residential location, so
Yeah.
we don't have entertainment there,
Yeah.
but we make up for it at the Island Merchant.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you both been together in the restaurant industry?
9 years? Oh,
yeah.
15 years.
15 years?
Yeah,
together.
since the
Yeah.
beginning, yeah.
You keep on adding on restaurants. It must be very taxing, Joe.
It is. I think for when we did the Island Merchant and then we did the Islander, they were similar in decor and similar in environment, pretty close, 15 minutes apart. I think it was a little bit easier than when we took on Summerstock. It was such a bigger endeavor because of the size and scope of the place, and
Yeah.
then respect to the history of it, which you and I
Sure.
have discussed before. If you're going to be in this building and you're going to be on the Playhouse property, you want to be as respectful to the history and do the best job you can, and then realize the high season is so high. It's old school Cape Cod,
Yeah.
and then the low season, it's like, see you bye. So.
Bye. And some of the nostalgia posters that you have here kind of brings back a lot of memories when this was the go-to place after the Playhouse
Yes.
of the celebrities. They would
I
have a
know.
nice little party at the end. And,
Yeah, it's great.
even beforehand, have the press conferences. But you can almost feel it in here. It still has that air about it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. And now the food to match here
Oh,
at
nice.
Summerstock, which I think is,
Thank you, John.
according to Chef, you've prepared some dishes for me?
A lot of these dishes you can see kind of working their way through specials at all the other restaurants. One of the staples is the fish taco,
Uh-huh.
which is each restaurant is separate in their menu and the decor to a certain extent and the menu. But here, the fish taco had to go on the menu because it's at all the other two locations, and it's a big hit. So we do Debo cod, seared, fresh salsa, roasted peppers on top, just simple guac and sour cream. But I think the reason it's such a positive hit and a big hit at the restaurants is it's component driven. So you make your own wrap. It's almost like a fajita in fashion.
Oh, okay.
So it's very it's easy for people who don't want to eat too much and take it home, that type thing.
Not me.
That's Cajun
Okay.
salmon.
Uh-huh.
That's a really basic dish. We've discovered that on the Cape, they understand fish so well that you don't want to kind of cloud it with a lot of different ingredients, in
yeah.
our opinion. So we make a simple wild salmon, pan-seared with Cajun spices, Montreal seasoning, and also some blackening spices. It's simply seared. You have on top of it is pan-seared peaches and mango, and underneath is simple green. Sometimes we do spring mix, and then it's a raspberry vinaigrette.
Yeah.
And you'll see throughout all our dishes that we try to incorporate sweet with spice. It's kind of a throwback to Jamaica for me, and a throwback to the way Bev and I learned how to cook and
Sure.
entertain.
Yeah. This is a popular dish with the ladies, huh?
It is, definitely.
yeah.
That's the Krabby Mango Salad. And it's a light dish, but it's hearty as well. You're able to, it fills you up, but it's without being too heavy. And it's a great summer, one of those hot
Oh,
days
yeah.
in the summer with a nice glass of wine. Like we always suggest the Kim Crawford
Oh,
Sauvignon
nice,
Blanc
yeah,
to go
yeah.
with it. Like it's a very good combination on a hot summer day.
Yeah, and your staff seems to be well-versed, of course,
Yeah.
in inviting people to have a cool drink, and of course, in the lounge especially,
Right.
the Lilly.
Bar Lilly
Bar
is
Lilly,
definitely
yeah.
a popular choice.
Yeah.
We're also next door to the Cape Cinema and the Cape Cod Museum of Art. And a lot of people from the cinema, they'll come for a movie and they'll go to Bar Lilly after or before for a
okay.
cocktail
Yeah.
and a salad or an appetizer and a nice glass of wine.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, it's nice to be next door to such great neighbors.
A lot of people think that, only you have the Cape Playhouse.
Yeah.
But no, you have the Cape Cinema.
Right.
And you have
It's true.
the museum.
I know.
So, I mean,
Campus, really.
yeah.
It is, right.
And within walking distance of the village, too.
It is.
And you know.
Right.
Now, are there any hours that you have some specials or something that people can maybe try to? We forgot about this one.
Oh.
What? It's staring me right in the face, Joe. Tell me a little bit more
So
about
we
this.
we
We'll
had
talk about
we had a
that.
great idea on how to do the ribeye, and we learned from a chef from St. John, Virgin Islands. What they do is they take the whole ribeye and you rub it with garlic and onions and Old Bay seasoning, and then a little bit of Worcestershire, and you throw it in the oven, and you sear it, almost like you would sear roast beef.
Oh, okay.
And then what you do is you take it out, and then you cut it to order that evening. So
Ah.
it doesn't shrink in size, it doesn't
Okay.
lose any of its flavor, and
Okay.
everything stays the way it is, and it's
Yeah.
been a big hit for us. And so here we have it with blackberry jam and figs,
Okay.
and then just simple mashed potatoes and pan-seared green beans.
And this is on the menu every night?
Yeah, all these dishes are on the menu every night. The Krabby Mango is probably the biggest hit when it comes to salads. Basically, we had a girl that worked for us, and she worked with us on the idea that salad, we thought it maybe would be kind of a hit, and wouldn't, and it was
Sure.
fantastic. It was a big
Yeah.
hit.
And we were talking about some of the specialities, and of course,
Sure.
early birds, Bob will call them, early dining.
Early in the evening.
Yeah.
Just to offer people a little something extra during the off times of the night.
Sure.
We open the dining room at 5, so between 5 and 6:30, we have a special 3-course menu that's available at a reduced price.
Yeah.
And then also, later in the evening, starting at 9 o'clock, we have half-price appetizers.
Oh, okay.
So, we just thought it would make sense to offer to people on the off times of the evening, just something
Yeah.
a little special.
So if you are going to the theater, or you're possibly going
Right.
to the film, to see a
Yep,
film.
exactly.
At the Dennis Playhouse, stop by.
After,
Yeah.
after it's still early when the plays or the cinema gets out, so.
And of
that
course,
made
we get
sense.
back to what, of course, both the Island Merchant is famous for, and a little bit of the Islander.
Sure.
Do you have any entertainment here?
We do. On Sundays right now, I'm sorry, on Saturdays right now, we have Bob Hayes.
Oh, okay.
And
Good
he has a
old Bob.
trio
Yeah.
with Cerise. She's the vocalist, and then his grandson Cream is on the drums, and they're great together.
Sure.
Cerise really brings a great personality to the trio. Like, I think
Sure.
it's a great combination. In the dining room, we have them, and we also have some nights where we offer piano in the bar because Bar Lilly has a piano, and it's nice because it's an intimate space in Bar Lilly. A piano player really brings some personality to the
Sure.
room when they're in there.
Definitely, yeah. And again, we talk about summer stock, we talk about the theater and where it's placed. I mean, you can do a little walking around here, you can do some, even walk to the beach from here.
You can, it's
Yeah.
this
Just about a
part of
few-
Dennis is
yeah,
really great.
yeah. Now, you both, I'm sure, have a website.
We
that
do.
has all the 3 restaurants?
Yes, we
Okay.
have, it's the main website, theislandmerchant.com, but also summerstockrestaurant.com and the Islander Cape Cod.
Oh, okay. So it's all there, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
That takes care of all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
She
Now,
leaves me in the kitchen.
one of the things that, of course, we all know, that in the restaurant business, you give back. You give back to the community, and you've done that so often, Joe. Chef, you've been probably one of a good asset. Not only just, now you have Osterville, you have Hyannis, you have Dennis. You're giving it back, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think that Bev and I look at it from a community-based attitude, everything we do. We work really closely with Capabilities Farms.
Yeah.
We're doing outside. Capabilities is doing our whole farm right out to the right.
Yeah.
They're doing it over the season. They've already did all their seedlings. We've been buying from them for, I would say, 6 or 7 years.
Oh.
Product that we could. Whatever product they
Sure.
had, we would buy. And we've worked with the Housing Assistance Corporation a lot of the years doing events for them. But for some reason, I think down here, there's so many events that take place between. They try to do it right before the season starts, so everyone gets kind of thrown
Yeah.
around. But we've been lucky to pick and choose and help
Sure.
out where we can. But for the most part, we've been lucky enough to organize ourselves and attach ourselves to some great organizations.
Yeah.
So we're really fortunate. We do a lot in the community, and we're happy that we do it.
Yeah, and with Capabilities, now you have the opportunity for all of these vegetables and our farm fresh where you
Right.
can, of course.
We're doing farm to table
Yeah,
with them.
farm to
They're
table,
a half
yeah.
mile down the road, and we're going to start doing everything we
Within
can
all
with
your
them.
restaurants too?
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Our
it.
focus right now with Capabilities Farm on the farm to table is directly right to summer stock because we're doing the garden also.
Mm-hmm.
But the goal is to, by, say, July 4th, integrate all 3 restaurants because we've ordered for them before.
Sure.
Try that concept throughout all 3. I don't know if it will happen on time. Sometimes restaurant
Yeah.
business, you never know. But we're really excited about the garden. We really
Well,
are.
with
'Cause
the energy that both of you have, I think both Bev, of course, you keep a family too, which of course
do.
is another aspect of the restaurant
Yeah.
industry. When you can only have so many moments, you take time out, I am sure,
It's
for the
true.
family.
Yes, we have a 3.5-year-old, so he keeps us busy as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I want to thank Chef.
he does.
Yes,
He helps
yeah.
out in the restaurant whenever he
Yeah, I
can.
saw him at we did a show in Miami. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. Well, we're going to be here again at Summerstock, of course, here on Route 6A in Dennis. And I want to thank Chef Joe Dunn
Thank you very much.
and Bev Dunn, the restaurateur who makes Joe tick every day on time. And now I'm going to take a little taste of each of these and would invite you. By the way, do you have to make, I'm sure you have to make reservations during the high season.
Reservations are definitely suggested.
What is the phone number here?
508-385-8300.
Okay, right there in front of the screen. Well, thank you again, Bev.
Thank you, John.
Thank you,
Chef.
John.
And we'll be back here on Old Kings Highway in Dennis, Massachusetts, Cape Cod.